This week we begin our series on the theologians of the Church, and we begin in what is called the Patristic Period, a period of the early Church from around the year 150 to the year 800 AD. It is in this important and formative period that much dogmatic development happens. Among the many notable theologians in this period, none surpasses Augustine of Hippo's Theological Legacy. The quantity and quality of his writings places him among the theological giants in the history of the Church. His important teachings on grace provided the Church a corrective to the theology of a monk named Pelagius, who denied the reality of original sin and its effects. In his anti-Pelagian writings, Augustine defends the need for grace if man is to be saved. These writings on grace, like many of his writings, are written within the context of Augustine's defense of the Catholic faith, as opposed to some erroneous teachings of the time. We might call these the controversial works. Besides his anti-Pelagian works, he also wrote works combating the Donatists and the Manichaeans, the Arians, and many others. As a bishop, he was also concerned about teaching the faith outside of his controversial writings. His work on the Trinity, for instance, is written mainly as an effort to expound upon the greatest mystery of our faith. What is produced is arguably the most influential Trinitarian thought in the West from that time forward. It would be difficult to find a Latin theologian of the Middle Ages who is not influenced by Augustine's De Trinitate, which is both an exegetical and a speculative tour de force on the Trinity. Another major work is Augustine's City of God. This work provides a discussion of many topics, including a discussion of that relationship between Christian and pagan worldviews, and a comparison between Christianity and secular political life. In the course of this long work, comprised of 22 books, Augustine discusses many topics from philosophy, history, politics, and theology. But perhaps the most influential and most read of his works is his own spiritual autobiography, The Confessions. In this work, written as a prayer to God, Augustine provides an account of his own spiritual odyssey. This is a work of a theologian who has not only experienced an intellectual conversion, but a conversion of the heart, a heart whose desire is to know and to love God. Augustine's goal was to provide his readers a means by which they might raise their minds to God, sharing with them his own powerful experience of God's grace. In closing, let us recount the moving words of Augustine from the preface of his Confessions. Lord, you have made us for yourself, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. Until next time, God bless.